So, you've probably heard of psychometric tests being used in hiring, and maybe even taken one. But let me ask you, did it feel like a random quiz with tricky logic puzzles and awkward personality questions? You're not alone. There are so many myths about psychometric assessments in hiring, and today, we're busting them wide open. What are psychometric tests, anyway? Let's get this straight. Psychometric assessments are scientifically designed tools to measure a person's cognitive ability, personality traits, work behaviors, decision-making style. They're not about labeling you. They're about predicting success, like whether someone will thrive in a sales role or burn out in customer service. Over 75% of Fortune 500 companies use psychometric testing in their hiring process. That's not a gimmick, that's strategy. And yet, so many people misunderstand what these tests do. All right, let's jump into myth number 1. Psychometric assessments are just glorified IQ tests. Totally false. Let's unpack this. IQ versus psychometrics. Not the same thing. Sure, some tests measure cognitive ability, like problem solving or logical reasoning, but psychometric assessments go way beyond that. They measure personality traits too, like, are you detail-oriented or a big-picture thinker? Do you stay calm under pressure? Are you more competitive or collaborative? These things can't be measured by IQ alone, right? It's about predicting job fit. Let's say a job needs someone who thrives under routine and loves following rules. An IQ test won't tell you that, but a psychometric personality profile will. Think of it like this. IQ shows your horsepower. Psychometrics show how you drive. The Big Five personality model, a common psychometric tool, has been validated across cultures and is used in serious hiring decisions around the world. So no, it's not just how smart you are, it's how you work, think, and behave in real-world roles. Okay, so we know these tests aren't just about IQ. But here comes myth number 2, and it's a big one. Psychometric tests are biased and unfair. Sounds like a serious accusation, right? But let's get the facts straight. Designed for fairness, not favoritism. Psychometric assessments are actually designed to reduce bias, not introduce it. Unlike interviews, which are super subjective, these tests create standardized data points that treat everyone equally. No matter your accent, background, or handshake, you're measured by the same criteria. Validity, plus reliability. Trustworthy. Psychometric tests are built to be valid. They measure what they claim to measure, reliable. Results stay consistent over time, and they go through tons of testing before being used in hiring. Good companies use scientifically validated tools, not random online quizzes. According to the British Psychological Society, a well-constructed psychometric test is 5x more predictive of job performance than a standard resume. But not all tests are equal. Yes, there are bad tests out there. If a company uses a poorly designed one, it can lead to bias. That's why it's important for HR teams to use tests that are 1. Professionally developed, 2. Culture fair, 3. Role specific. So, no, psychometric tests aren't inherently biased. In fact, they help level the playing field for candidates who might be overlooked in a traditional interview. All right, so we've tackled bias and IQ myths. Now, let's talk about a sneaky one. Can I cheat on a psychometric test? Like, just give them the answers I think they want? Honestly, you can try, but it won't work. Why faking doesn't fool the system. Psychometric tests are designed to catch inconsistent answers. If you try to game the system, like pretending to be super extroverted for a sales role, your answers will start contradicting each other. For example, in one question, you say you love leading teams. In another, you admit you avoid group settings. That's a red flag. And smart systems pick up on it fast. Authenticity. Strategy. Here's the kicker. The more honest you are, the better your fit. Trying to impress the test just means you might land a job that doesn't fit your actual personality, and that's a fast track to burnout. And let's not forget, Most of these tests use adaptive algorithms or check for response patterns. So no, they're not like your high school multiple-choice exams. In fact, the SHL Occupational Personality Questionnaire, used by major companies worldwide, includes built-in checks to detect social desirability bias. Basically, it knows when you're trying too hard to sound perfect. So what's the best strategy? Be honest. Be you. That's what psychometric assessments are for, to help you land in the right environment where you'll actually thrive. Alright, final note. And this one might sound a bit scary at first. Psychometric assessments are replacing human judgment in hiring. Let's be real. Nobody wants a robot deciding their future, right? But here's the truth. It's about enhancement, not replacement. Psychometric tests are tools, not decision makers. They're here to support human judgment, not replace it. Think of it like Google Maps. It helps you get where you're going. You're still deciding. Hiring managers combine test results with interviews, resumes, experience, and gut instinct. Tests just add more insight, especially about soft skills or personality fit that don't always show up on paper. Human plus data. Better hire. Imagine a candidate who's a great talker at interviews but struggles with attention to detail. Something you might not notice until it's too late. A psychometric test will highlight that trait and guide your decision, saving time, money, and mismatched expectations. A bad hire can cost companies up to 30% of the employee's annual salary. That's why data-informed decisions are becoming the gold standard. So no, psychometric assessments don't replace humans. They make hiring smarter, fairer, more consistent. And they help you find jobs where you're not just employed, but energized and engaged. If you've ever doubted psychometric testing, I hope this helped clear the fog. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's one thing you learned today about psychometric assessments? And hey, if you're curious about your own fit, check out some trusted psychometric tools we've linked below. Until next time, know yourself, grow yourself,